Hello, welcome back to a new episode of Mind Over Magic. I'm just going to say ahead of time that it is the same day as I recorded the last episode. I was going to wait a little while before I started a new one, but honestly, I just want to play more. I'm having a great time with it, and I feel like I didn't really get my fix in the last episode. So, we're just going to jump back into resuming our game, Refuge of the Broken Claw. Okay. And let's get back into it. So I'm really hoping that we can get some hospital beds because we did do a bit of a battle and a few of our people lost a little bit of health. It wasn't anything too crazy, but it was enough to make me a little concerned. Okay, so there we go. They're still dancing to their enchanter phone. Alright, so let's go ahead and speed this one up a little bit. Now, I'm pretty sure... Right, what we needed was... Oh, we can build one. Amazing. Alright, so I'm just going to pop the hospital bed up here. We're just going to have to go with one for now because getting the resources to craft a second one is going to be a little bit of a chore. So, okay. Alright, we're waiting for them to finish that. And we were going to build some windows. Do we have that yet? No, we don't have any windows yet. We're working on it. We're nearly there. We have we're close to rustic furnishings. We just need to get rid of this void shroom, which Harriet is doing for us. Love that for you, Harriet. Thank you so much. And excellent. Estelle's going to finish off this for us. Okay. Void shroom has appeared. It does auto pause when the void shrooms appear, which is good. You can turn that off in the settings. So if you go into settings and you go into gameplay, you can choose your auto pause options here. So I don't really want to unpause any of these issues here, just because I like to know what's going on, and usually I'm pretty absent-minded, so the best way for me to do that is to be notified using game mechanics, pausing the game for me and saying, hey, silly, there's something going on here. Okay, so we're just going to place in some windows. Excellent. Just to hopefully light that up a little bit and stop those void shrooms from growing in these high traffic areas, as I mentioned. Okay, angry fog. We're chopping trees. We're researching. What are we researching now? Rustic dining. Excellent. That's right. Okay. And we do have plain beds now, so we can start building some plain beds. So these are a little bit nicer than your cots, so they'll sleep better and fuel a little bit more mana, I think, while they're sleeping. And you'll notice those that are on hauling duty will deliver materials to outstanding blueprints for assembly and construction tasks, as we just had Alan do right there. Okay, so... Alrighty. Now, I am going to want to get a new student soon as well, so we can start working on that. Now, I'm not overly fussed about what new student I'm going to get, because I think I'm going to be getting some gifted students, you know, a little bit after that, which are the people I would really like to recruit into my staff. So I think we're just going to go with... Let's just go with a fire wand and a nature wand. And then get a couple of basic students for that. Okay, so now this is our medical bed. This is where our people will go to get water-powered healing. So water is for your aid and everything like that. It also says for cleaning. So when they sleep at night now, one of them, if they're wounded, will go into this medical bed and that will heal them up a little bit. So you can see Edmund was here using his one water magic skill to fill up the bed. And this is also where we can revive our mages that are at death's door, rather than losing them and having to give them a bit of a funeral. So now we have a needs medical rest, which is Estelle. They are fine. Stella's traditionally a lady's name in my opinion. So yeah. Okay. Estelle now likes gut bearing mills. Love that for you. They still taste terrible. To be clear, Estelle liking gutberry mills does not mean that they don't get any negative effects from gutberry mills. So they've still got 8 gutberries minus 20, but they enjoyed a gutberry milled plus 10. So it's still a minus 10 overall, which is not ideal. Also, the minus 20 lasts much longer than the plus 10. So it's an okay offset, but it's by no means like an answer to all of our gutberry problems. Okay, so alrighty. We are going to want to set up like a bit of a bedroom and some stuff going on over here, but I think we'll set up like a bit of a staff bedroom here, I think. And going to put a roof on there again, just make sure that's all good. Okay. We are going to harvest these murky crystals because they give us a smoke pearl, which we will need eventually. And we're also going to harvest these smoke reeds, which give us little smoke sticks, which are very useful for building things. Okay, so we've unlocked rustic dining now. We've also unlocked the bitter rice crop, which is a great way to feed your people without so many negatives. So we are going to go into that. I'm going to grab as much stone as we can because we're going to need a lot to build up those bitter rice crops as well as expanding our school for the next bit. So I'm just going to pop a couple of dining room tables in here. So that our lovely mages can come and eat some food. And we'll just double check the lighting. Okay, so we've still got a little bit of dark lighting in here, so the windows have done quite a bit, but I am still going to pop a torch in until, well, a couple of torches, I guess, is probably what's going to be required until we can get that lighting up to yellow, which is a certain percentage, in order to make sure that we don't have any more of those void shrooms spawning. Obviously, the smaller a room is, the less it takes to light it up, which is nice. But yeah, we don't really want that going on at the moment. So I know there are some places, I think, in the underschool that you can get where there's rooms where it just grows void shrooms automatically and they're not a very high traffic area. So that's something that we really want to work towards. Now you can see here that Alan has a little star. That means that Alan is fully trained. So Alan has mastered all of their skills and they've reached the maximum level they can for a initiate. So what we need to do now is decide if we're going to be keeping Alan or if we're going to be moving Alan on with the process of, I guess, graduating them, really. Now, Alan is not awful. However, their power is really, really low. And honestly, that's what I'm really more interested in. I could take a slower character or a character with less health if they had great power. Since we've already got Harriet, which is a really great tank, and we're likely going to get more with Vivified in the future. The only upside that Alan has is the fact that they're a human, and we don't have any humans. So, but that said, I think what I'm going to do is graduate Alan. I think we'll try and get their trials done before I graduate them. Although I think we're just going to have to focus on getting that mess hall one done. So what do we need at a mess hall? Hang on. I did read that, but I didn't absorb that information. Mess hall. 2 or more dining tables. That's it. Amazing. So that gives +5 conviction to student eaters. So this room here, once we have finished building these lovely dining room tables, will become a mess hall. Now I think we've gotten some of that stone. Excellent, we have another void shroom. Goodness me. Right, so we're going to put some bitter ice down here. Now the great thing about bitter ice, which I have completely forgotten to take into account, is that your mages can walk over the bitter ice plots. They cannot walk over these larger plots here that the gutberries are growing in, but they can walk over the bitter ice plots. Okay, so fog's encroaching more, that's fine. Okay. Alrighty, still a bit dark in there, so we're going to put on another torch. Just trying to like psychotically line up these torches. Okay, okay, you're still also too dark. You're two across, there we go. Alright, and you... I think that second window will do that one, that'll be fine. Okay, so why isn't this a mess hall? Okay, so the mess hall has to be interior. So interior means it has to be fully surrounded by other rooms, which I guess technically makes sense. Like, so it needs to have something on the outside, left, right, and bottom. Okay, so we've got a malice crystal. So we can fight this malice crystal if we want. This usually gives us a pretty good lot of loot. Okay, so you can see there the rewards are Viscera, Stone, we get a Relic, a Mana Crystal, and some Gnosis Shards. So I'm actually going to take that fight. Maybe. How are we looking health-wise? Okay, we're okay health-wise. Alan is significantly tankier than Estelle though, so now that we have a mana bed, I'm going to put Alan on here. Now also because Estelle has like shite mana, which we explored earlier, I'm also going to make sure they're on that mana vein, which reduces the cost of their spells by 50%, as you can see. So that's going to help them be a bit more effective. Also this here, it will block them, but it also means that they take double damage from the earth attacks. So it also grabs, dodge for AoE attacks in this combat slot. Not that that matters that much, we don't have that many AoE attacks, so I'm just going to get the battle going now. So they're going to go refill their mana, and then they're going to come all the way out here to this Malice Crystal, and the loot might potentially be lost by the fog trying to eat it. That's fine, that's fine. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I think my primary concern is getting rid of... I think I'm going to focus on getting rid of the Belchers first, since, you know, they're in the front lines here. So I'm going to focus on you, because we're going to get double damage on you. So I'm going to Surging Strength the front row again. That's a bit of a waste on Alan, but I mean, it'll make him do a little bit more damage, which is nice. So we're going to bolt 20 damage. Not bad. Not bad, Alan. Yeah, 31 damage on that. That's crazy. That's crazy. There we go. Yeah, we one-shot him. Excellent. It's closer than I would like, but we got there. Okay. I don't know if you've noticed as well, I have tweaked the volume a little bit because I was, when I was editing the last video, I realised that the game volume was actually quite a bit loud, and it was hard to hear what was going on. So that has been lowered. Okay, so we're going to Swirling Vines this, which will do some damage to the back one and kill that Belcher there. So that's dealt with. Oof, this is dangerous. I have some regrets. So I'm not going to Lightning Strike the Hallowed one, because as you can see there, they will take half damage from that. So I'm going to try and get the Lantern Keeper with those. That's pretty brutal. I might have to swap Alan out very soon. So, Earth Armor is going to... Okay, so 20% of max HP is Armor and Taunt. Okay, so he's going to gain 50% armor, 57 armor. So I'm going to pop that on Harriet. Okay. Alrighty. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to Swirling Vines that again, which is going to send the Hallowed one back into the backlines, which allows me to attack either of these options. The great thing about the lightning is the bolt allows you to attack anybody that you choose. You're not limited to whoever's at the front lines. So now I can smash that Lantern Keeper, which does double damage. So we're going to be pretty close to getting rid of them very soon. Okay. Alright, we're going to focus down the Lantern Keeper just to get them out of the way as much as possible. Rather than splitting our damage and risking taking more damage overall. Oh no. Okay, so that's my bad. I wasn't paying enough attention to Alan's health. Alan has gone down. They're knocked out. which means that we either need to use a revival flask, which we don't have, or they'll be at death's door after the battle. It's fine. We can revive Alan. Alan is going to be okay. The problem we have now, though, is Harriet is out of mana, so I'm going to have to pass on the attack. This also leaves me with the concern that we might not be able to be taking out this Hallowed one. Now, what I can do is I can Inspiration on Harriet, which will allow me to do more damage. Although I don't know that that's going to be that effective, since, yeah, Harriet doesn't have any mana. But that will do more damage when Harriet has enough mana, which will be next turn, I believe. Okay, so we're going to recharge Harriet as well, give them like a little bit more mana. We're going to pass on your attack, Archibald, because you don't have enough mana to do anything, and now we're going to do, it's going to be a critical hit for this attack, which is great. Okay, so Harriet is taking a beating. Alright, so yeah, that's hardly worth anything. Alright, Harriet's on really low health now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch Harriet out for... I'm going to switch Harriet out with Archibald for just a second, just so that Harriet can get a little bit more mana and Archibald can tank a couple of hits here. We've got them quite low, so at this point it's like a high-risk endeavor. So there we go. Okay. Go Harriet. Finish it off. Harriet MVP. We love this. We love this for Harriet. Harriet is on their hero arc. Okay, so you can see here we got a mana crystal, which is great. It means we can build mana recharging crystals around the school, which allows them to travel less distance to recharge their mana while they're working. We got some Gnosis shards, and we got a Stony Pocket Watch. Gives you Gift of Earth. So that's great. However, the Stony Pocket Watch is a relic that is at level 5 of 9. So it means you have to be of equal level to attune it. However, our staff are level 5. So if somebody has an Earth relic slot, they can... Or was it Temperance? I think it was Temperance. No, it's Earth. Yeah, they can attune it. However, I don't have the ability to attune that just yet, but we will be doing that once that's ready to go. So we're going to assign that to Harriet. Once we get an attuning bench, Harriet will then assign that. Now, just as a priority, as you can see here, Alan is at death's door for 6 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set Edmund to emergency level aid. So that means Edmund is going to come right over here because the bed's already full. They're going to come right over here. They're going to grab Alan and they're going to fly Alan back to the medical bed. So, which is the only place that we can revive Alan. I'm going to take Edmund off of that because Edmund doesn't need to be sitting here refilling the medical bed constantly. But we are going to do this. I'm going to get Edmund to do this because Edmund does not have mana and this will drain all of another mage's mana. And also, Edmund doesn't need to sleep. Everybody else is very tired. They're EP. They need a nap. Now, by reviving, at the moment, if we revive Alan, what do I mean at the moment, permanently, they will get a trauma. And that will be... We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, Edmund is now going to do that immediately because it's a ritual. So Edmund's going to go fix that up. You can see it continues to tick down until Edmund starts the ritual. Okay. I'm very sorry, Alan. This has been a very traumatic experience for Alan. And Alan would appreciate his privacy. Their privacy. Okay. Okay, there we go. Alan is all healed. Excellent. Okay, so their trauma is mana thirst for 6 days. They're also in pain, which gives them a misfire chance. Okay. So that means they cost 1 more mana. So that's for everything. So that'll mean, like, if they're learning or if they're in battle, anything like that, it'll cost 1 more mana for 6 days. That's... You know what? It could be worse. It could be worse. They've only got a 17% misfire chance still, so that's okay. We really need... Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Archibald. Appreciate it. And we also really want to turn this into a mess hall as soon as possible so that we can clear up Alan's trial. Now, I don't think I have this queued up for research. So what we're going to do is we're going to get basic relics queued up for research. Now that we have a relic, I'm going to queue that one up under hardy foliage so that we can then attune our relics with the attunement bench, and we'll be able to pulverize relics. Not that that's something we'll be doing for the foreseeable future. We're not desperate for Gnosis shards just yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this wall up quite high because I'm going to build a lovely little staircase here. Okay. This room is going to have a staircase. I think there is roughly where we want it. No, we want one lower. Okay, so that's where we roughly want that. Then we'll put a wall there. And then we will put the floor across the entirety of here. And put a wall there. That will close that in. It's also going to, like, ruin this roof, but that's okay. We'll get there. Okay, so this should be fully lit. Excellent. This is still not fully lit. Oh my gosh. Bruh. Come on. The asymmetry. Okay, so we're just gonna pop another torch right in there. And pretend that that looks good. Okay, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear it. It looks good. Let me cope. Let me cope in peace. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a couple of beds in here. And hopefully we can turn this into a bedroom. Okay, they're going to be working on that. Alan needs to be taught. Okay. We are going to need another medical bed. Now that we've taken... I did say that was a high-risk fight, but I wasn't expecting to mismanage that quite so badly. So I need more ice petals, more iron, and more phoenix flowers. Shocking. Okay. Alright. Can we work on, like, putting those things in a nice little safe storage? How are we doing here? I don't want to deal with that right now. That's fine. Okay, so... Okay, put some more windows. Oh, we don't have any ice petals. That's right. That's right. We need ice petals. Okay. What do you mean captive crower? Well, we didn't capture it, we just ate it. It's probably snackies. Snacky crower. Okay. So this is an austere bedroom. Not great. We're hoping to upgrade this a little bit so we have like a bedroom. We're also going to put some beds, I think, over here just to utilize this space a little bit. Eventually, when we get there. Okay. Excellent, that's good. I'm not super worried about putting a roof on this right now. There's no items in here that can be destroyed by rain if it does rain. The stairs are safe because they're a construction, not a piece of furniture, is the words I was looking for. Okay. Alright. So... need one more phoenix flower. And... some more iron. Thankfully we have a little bit more iron down here, and then we're going to have to go exploring because iron is not found naturally in the overworld, or outside the overworld, outside like a lot of other things. So now we are going to be needing to plant some trees soon, so I'm going to set all of these trees to chop. Okay. Oh no, my pocket watch is gone into the fog. I hope it's still there when we push that back, which I'm going to do right now, I think. Yep, there we go. I'm going to get that done. Yeah, as you can see here, this is no longer a room, and the windows are floating on nothing because our roof got decimated by my construction. So we're just going to pop that on there for now. We'll deal with that when it comes to it. So it's fine. It's fine. That'll sort itself out. That's fine. Now you can see that this is a bedroom. So it gives +5 conviction to staff sleepers. So what we're going to do is we're going to limit our access to no students. We're going to do only staff. And then we're going to pop Archibald on there, I think. Did anybody prefer sleeping in the same room as someone else? No. Good. So it doesn't matter who we put in this other bed. Okay, is that pocket watch still there? Hello, pocket watch? Or did that get eaten by the fog? Okay. Our pocket watch got eaten because we didn't store it in time. That's probably my fault. I'm going to go double check our storage. That's okay. We can store things. I don't quite know why Edmund didn't store that, but that's my fault. I wasn't paying enough attention. So we got a relic, you know. You win some, you lose some. Right. That's my fault. Oops. Now this bristlecone tree will give us more wood than the sun shadow trees, which give 25 to 30. Bristlecones will give 35 to 40. And then as you get out, there'll be another type of tree out here, which will give you more wood per tree. Okay, Edmund's really invested in filling that up. Great job, Edmund. Okay, that's not what I wanted for this roof piece. Actually, you tried. You know what? You tried. Okay. This isn't working. Just gonna undo this roof and redo it. Benefit of this is that I get a refund for all of these pieces. So you reclaim the ingredients that you used to build it, so I'm not gonna lose anything by doing that, except my own time and self-respect, so it's fine. Okay, so now that we've done that, we are going to put up another wall over here. And then we're going to roof over that. Now that's too big for us to roof over. As you can see, I had some yellow there, which means that the roof overall was unsupported at a point, which meant that it wasn't going to be able to be built without support. I don't have any way to support things right now without building a gigantic wall, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to do this. We're going to divide it into those rooms because we know that they are appropriate and that they make sense. And then we're going to rebuild the roof here. Now I'm going to just build like a nice little slanted roof because I think that's cute. We'll do something with that later, I'm sure. But right now, that's what we're doing. We do have 2 people that need medical rest. I can't build that. I need more iron. We'll get there. We've got a lot of building to do. Harriet's very busy. Harriet's very, very busy. But, you know, it's okay. Harriet's carrying the school at the moment. Teacher of the Year, Harriet. Okay. Alrighty, this is well lit, so that's fine. We've got our bedroom back. This is going to be well lit. Yep, okay. Access, we are going to want only staff, and we're going to put Estelle in this bed as well. Now Harriet's still going to stay down here. We're eventually going to get Harriet a bedroom as well. Now I'm pretty sure we can't have more than 2 beds here. Yep. 2 or fewer beds. It's okay. We can build more of these. It's not a major deal. The only thing is that it needs 2 beds and no negative luxury, and it needs to be silent. So it can't be close to a rec room, workshop, ritual room, or classroom. Which it's not. We've got it next to this room here. Okay, which is not really a room. It's just a room with a bed in it. And we're going to put some lighting on these walls because I don't want any void shrooms to grow here. Am I crazy? Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. That's not right. There we go. Alright, and we're just going to leave it at that because I need my frost petals or whatever they're called. Better rice, excellent. To craft my medical bed. Okay, so I'm going to set on a harvest limit as well with my gut berries. I'm going to limit it to 200 gut berries. So that means that once we have 200, they won't harvest past that. I'm going to go 300 for bitter rice, and I'm going to go 300 for wormweeds. Okay, so we will need quite a bit of wormweed as we move forward, but 300 I think is fine for now. Now, I rushed this, and I don't need it because our relic got destroyed, but that's fine. These things happen. Now we're working on creepiest quilting. Okay, alright. Yeah, we don't have enough Gnosis shards to get a gifted student yet, but we've got a few more free beds now. So we have 2 more free beds because we've just moved a couple of staff up here, which means I get to summon another initiate. I am going to summon a fire initiate just for funsies, just to get that going. And I'm going to build a couple of tree planters. Now you are going to need quite a lot of wood. As you can see, like, the buildings cost quite a lot of wood, and I'm frequently running into a situation where I don't have enough current wood on hand to do what I want to do. Oh, balls. So I'm going to get that sorted. Okay, so we just had an event called Runaways Have Appeared from the Fog. This is amazing because they're gifted. Gifted means they have an extra relic attunement slot. So typically they're overall better. Why does this not work sometimes? My bad. Has an additional relic slot. So overall, they're usually a bit better to have, which means I prefer to recruit them if can be, and recruit them into my staff. Okay. And say goodbye to, non-gifted staff, non-gifted students. Okay, so we've just got 2 more students, so I'm going to pop in an extra couple of beds here because I was going to recruit a couple anyway. It's fine, we've got enough food, I think, at the moment to get this sorted. This is now a mess hall, and then we're going to... What we're going to do is we're actually going to graduate Alan once they've completed that trial. All right, let's meet our new recruits. So we have Blythe, who is a Raven Cult initiate. They're not gifted, unfortunately. That's sad, Blythe. I'm very sad because Raven Cults are great. Terrible speed. However, S tier power. Amazing. Okay, so they're actually quite good. I might consider keeping them in general, even though they're not gifted, just because they have great stats. Raven cultists are great. They're very powerful in battle, but they start with a permanent scar effect, which is a negative thing. So they usually hate performing something, as you can see here. Scar effects will lower conviction when the mage does something that they hate. We don't know what that is yet. Blythe just got here. They don't know anything. They don't know what they hate doing. I don't believe you can get a scar effect that negatively impacts you from doing the thing that your wand is. So, like, I don't think that Blythe could get a scar effect making them hate use fire. I don't know that that's possible. I haven't seen it anyway. But that would suck. We'll find out very quickly if that's the case. Okay, we also have Clara. Clara is a gifted vivified earth initiate, which is pretty amazing. They also come with 3 bronze trials, so as you can see they have 4 relic slots as opposed to Blythe's 3. Okay, and they've got a secondary skill in air and nature here. That's pretty good. Amazing health, which will make them a great tank as they go through. Since they're vivified, they're already going to get more HP than a normal mage. We've got average mana, really bad speed, not amazing power. And then we've got Demetria. Demetria is a human. We love that for her. Them, him, I can't tell. Them, it doesn't matter. So they've got great mana, okay health, okay speed, terrible power. So not looking great on the odds for Demetria as far as keeping them. We'll see how Clara turns out. Okay, so they want to eat in a room with no other students or staff. So that can be any room. So all I have to do is restrict Clara from using the tables to do that. They want to participate in a ritual while rested, and then they want to dance in any recreation room with no other students or staff. So we need conservatory, common room, or house commons. All right, that's going to be a little bit of a pain because we're going to have to get there. Pyromania. Blythe wants to destroy some objects. That's fine. We can just queue up some destruction. That's okay. Group learner. That's good. They can do that in a basic room. And dancing queen. Dance for a total of 6 hours. Now we are going to get another two students, so that will work towards Blythe's one. Pyromania. Group learner. And solo diner. Do you both have solo diner? Let's... That's silver. Solo diner silver. They want to eat in a mess hall without anybody else there, which is irritating. So I can either put them on a different eating schedule, or I can just forbid everybody from eating in here except for Demetria. So that's something, I guess. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Alright, we are going to want to set up a stove soon, which means we'll need someone to cook. Oh! I just realised that Blythe is not one of the students that came out of the fog. They just happened to occur immediately as well. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, alright. So we're just going to bring up a new mage. We will need another one as well. Just for something different, we're gonna go with a water wand. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, Edmund is doing that. That's fine. Got a few things queued up. People are napping. Okay, we got Alini. Excellent. Alini is a nature vivified. Okay. Alright, so it looks like we're actually down one cot. Okay, there we go. Alright. Alan didn't have a cot, I guess? Hang on, what's going on here? Okay. And Clara. So... Yep, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna need one more cot. I have miscounted. You know what? Math is really hard, okay? Math is hard. Alright. There we go. Clara has completed Solo Diner. All by themselves. I didn't even have to worry about that. Okay. Blythe is working on their group learner. That's great. Excellent. And we got Creature Comforter on Eleni. Champion. They want to defeat things rated 2 or higher, and Pyromania as well. Why does everyone want to destroy everything? I think my students are psychos. What's going on here? Okay. So, I think what I'm going to end up doing is moving the schoolroom up here. Okay. Amazing. Love that for you guys. And then we're going to put a little kitchen in here, just so it's close to the ground. And get that sorted. Okay, just bear with me. Gotta drink some water. Don't forget to stay hydrated, friends. Okay. I don't think I have anybody that can really quilt at the moment. Archibald's not bad. Estelle's not bad. Okay, so... Ideally, I would like to shove the spindle in here, but I don't think that's going to work very well. It might, maybe? No, it's not. That's not it. That's not happening. Yeah, this room's like a little bit too small for this. Should make a new crafting room. Oh, void shrooms. Every time. Void shrooms. Okay. Alright. So we could make the crafting room here, but then that would make this an austere bedroom instead of a bedroom, because it would no longer be silent. Suppose I could build up a crafting room higher up. Because ideally I want to turn this whole area here, I want to remove this dividing wall, and I want to turn this whole area here into a kitchen. Because the kitchen has to be on the ground. In the gameplay mode that we're using at the moment, we had it set to balanced, which means that I know what's going on with the rooms. So just I wanted to enjoy the new mechanics and not have to worry about challenging myself too much. Okay, so okay, we're gonna need another medical bed, which is fine. Okay, let's put this other medical bed in here. No, let's not put it there. That's gonna block the stairs. That's a walkway issue. That's a trip hazard. It's a there's no good place to put this. I'm gonna put this down here for the moment, just to get it in the buildings. Okay. And we're gonna want to work on boil and bubble next. So you can see here there's these mana lanterns. That's what I was talking about before with the mana crystals. I'm gonna get some alchemy going on. And then I think I'm going to work towards... Oh. Choices. I think I'm going to work towards domesticated ice flowers and phoenix flowers. We also need smoke reed. And we will need lightning pillars eventually as well. Lightning rods? Yeah, that's right. Lightning pillars. I was looking up here, pillars of strength. And yeah. Okay, so... And we'll grab a little support as well. Not that that's going to help us out too much, but it moves us towards some extra stuff. So eventually we're going to head towards going places, which will allow us to spread the school out wider. Okay. Alright. I'm going to go for fully stocked, which gives us a pantry. And then we're going to move towards that. So, there we go. Okay, so... Now, let's go ahead and start our first battle in the spine. So, relatively easy, especially compared to that last fight that we fought, which was absolutely nuts. Now, we had somebody here, that's right, Eleni, who wanted to do that. They wanted to fight things that were worth level 2 and higher. I don't really want you to get wounded, so I'm actually going to put you in the back here. In rear with the gear. We're going to put Blythe in, because Blythe has got good power and is... just going to be good. And I want to put Archibald in. Archibald's going to take a beating. So I'm actually... No, Eleni can take care of the nature side of things. We're going to put Clara in to get a little bit of the XP. Okay, so there we go. Everybody's going to go fill up their mana, and then they're going to come down here and we're going to explore. So as you get deeper into the underschool, things get much, much harder. So they get quite a bit more difficult. Okay, so let's go ahead with the fireball. Nice, 37 damage. Excellent. So we're going to smash this one. Okay, that's unfortunate that we didn't kill it in time for it to not get a turn, but we're going to kill it with Eleni. Eleni? Does it matter? Probably not. Okay. This is going to be a nice quick battle. Just a bit of a wham bam, thank you ma'am. And we are done. So, okay. You can, I know it's not explicitly stated here, but you can actually select your abilities with your number keys. So I actually have them on the side of my mouse, which is how I'm doing it without clicking them. Okay. Excellent. Alrighty, victory! You got some iron, you got some stone, you got some smoke pearl. Fantastic. Okay, so now you can see we've got 3 more items that have come up here that we can explore. And a void shroom has appeared. Love that for us. So we've got the stone ruins, the fungal cavern, and the spine. As you may have guessed, the spine will lead us deeper into the underschool. And you can also see recommended mage level. It gets harder as you go further down. So the stone ruins will have a 1 transfigurator. That word is difficult to say. Say that 3 times fast. I dare you. Or a greater 1 transfigurator. Now this one is going to have a 1 transfigurator because that will allow us to upgrade to tier 2 wands once we've researched them. And the fungal cavern will have a curse bound mage. And then we can go further to find more goodies. Okay, so how are we going with lighting? Still not awesome. Okay. Alrighty. I was hoping to have that tree up by now, but that's fine. We can get there. And we're about to have our second medical bed, which is going to be great. We'll double our healing efforts for the people, for our little students, so they won't be as upset. So you can see here, got needs medical rest. It's only Clara. Clara's okay. Clara is a vivified. Clara can't feel pain. Clara's fine. Nobody worry about Clara. Okay. Now we're okay for the schedule here. Now I don't know if I should pop in some more recreation. I think I should focus on building a recreation room. Now, ideally what I want to do for the recreation room is I want to work on building a house commons, which is, it needs to be interior, similar to how your mess hall does. Now, it's actually classified as a recreation room. Okay, so this is what we need. So it needs to be skewed. So, oh, that's really great. Previously, before the 1.0 update came up, it would just tell you it needed to be skewed. It didn't tell you what the heights of your walls were. So that's actually really, really handy in order for helping you make those changes in order to get that organized. It also tells you what oh, that's amazing. That's actually a super handy tip. So that way you don't have to count it out manually. Like, I was finding myself doing, I'm like, how many tiles of floor is that? It's 1, 2. Anyway, so just me geeking out a little bit about the UI changes they've made. Amazing. Okay, so as you can see, it gives 25 conviction to student sleepers, 25 conviction to student diners, and 10 conviction to student recreators. So this is our ultimate goal for a recreation room and a bedroom for our students. Now, it needs to have 15 or more total luxury, 2 or more recreation furnishings, 5 or more plain beds, fancy beds, or canopy beds. Canopy beds would be astronomically difficult. You would have to build a massive room for that because they are huge. They're also super far in the game, so we're not worried about that right now. Okay, so it needs to be lofted and skewed. Now, the easiest way I found to do that would be, so like I would build another room on top of here, I'd build something up here, and then what I would do is I would cut some flooring out of here, right? And then it would be lofted, and it would be skewed, because technically it's got a slightly different roofing there. So it'll have like a strange roof. I guess I don't know how to explain that a little bit. So this will be a wall here, and then it'll have one wall height being this to here, and the other wall height being up here. And then what we would do is we would place our dining room and stuff. We will need 2 enchantophones because they're the only recreation furnishing that I found works. I wish we had some more options for recreation furnishings. Maybe they've added them in. I didn't check the patch notes in a super detailed way, so maybe not. We're also going to need some bigger windows. So right now, that's kind of a little bit outside of our reach, but that's what we really want to aim towards. Okay, our students are busy learning. Edmund is helping out with the research. We've got our second bed there. We have an idle people? Idle. Okay, so amazing. We've got our tree. I am going to put a couple more trees down, and that means these plants are going to have to go. Okay. I'd rather harvest them than destroy them, to be honest with you. So that way I actually get something out of it, but it's fine. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. Okay. Alan, have you completed mess hall dining yet? No. No, they haven't. That's okay. So once they've done that, I'm going to set up a ritual room and we are going to graduate Alan, so we'll get a relic off of them. It's not going to be an amazing relic because they're only level 3. So they haven't really achieved that much, so they're not capable of manifesting a super powerful relic, which is okay. That's fine. We don't need anything super crazy at the beginning of the game. And then we'll attune that to somebody, hopefully we can, fingers crossed, and that'll start powering up the relic to make it stronger. The stronger it is, the more Gnosis shards you get from pulverizing it, but also the more benefits that you get for it. So, a cold snap chills. So this causes ice flowers to spawn. They grow 4 times as fast. Phoenix kiss plants grow, blah 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 blah. Words are hard. Phoenix kiss plants spawn much less frequently and grow 5 times slower. Mages with water wands start battle with water waxes, and mages with nature wands start battle with nature wanes. Enemies from the stone ruins will show up in some above ground battles. Okay, so water waxes, they get hastened, and nature wanes means they are minus 100 speed. Okay, that's annoying. Just means they're very, very slow, which is less than ideal, but that's where we are. Oh, look, it's snowing. I live in Australia. I wouldn't know anything about that. I've heard that snow is, in fact, not soft. Apparently it's quite hard, actually. I do have, like, mild experience with that, just going to manufactured places in certain areas of Australia. But we don't experience snow naturally here. It's not to say it won't happen, depending on the weather changes in the world. But as it is, as it stands, we don't really get snow. So Raven cultists perform better in battle. They gain counterattack for 2 rounds when entering battle. That's great if you want to put your Raven cultists up the front. Raven cultists are awesome, by the way. They're super great. Like, they're just good all round. There's also another race called Shattered, and they're little crystally boys with little crystal head. And they have very low HP, but to balance for that, they get armor equal to their HP, which is quite good. So depending on what your HP stat of your Shattered is, they can make great tanks. And depending on, what you do with them, they can be very, very good. But so far I've found the Vivified to be more effective tanks, not because they have higher HP in total, so they're more effective soaks. Even though obviously they're going to take more damage, but because they don't feel pain and because they just have an inherently really high HP pool, they're likely going to be your tanks for the foreseeable future. Especially considering some things can do absolutely astronomical damage in this game. Okay, so we've just researched Shine On, which gives us the Brazier, which is amazing. Also gonna pop down. Can we get another... Excuse me, Ice Flowers. I need you to... That's great. I love that you're here. You know what? Welcome. Okay, so now, as I said I was gonna do, I'm gonna move this up here and turn this into a classroom. For the moment, just gonna use this room as a classroom. Now, I think in order to turn it into a slightly better classroom, like an intermediate one, yeah, it just needs a bookshelf. Which is fine. We can do a bookshelf. We've got enough to do a bookshelf. It's in luxury. Bookshelf. Look at that. Amazing. All just like that, it is an intermediate classroom now. Now we are going to get a bunch of ice petals, so I'm not super fussed about using quite a few of them on some windows in here. Okay, wonderful. And... okay. I'm gonna have to build another crafting room. Where am I gonna do that? Also, I love the backdrops of the rooms. So each room type has its own backdrop. You can see that it just went from like okay clouds to like glowy powerful clouds. And they're all kind of like, the classrooms are all quite dynamic, so they've got sort of like a moving background. But yeah, the backgrounds of the rooms are quite fun. It makes your school look quite interesting, so they don't all have these stone brick backgrounds. Okay. So originally I got this game because it reminded me of another game that I had on Steam, which was called... oh goodness. What was it called? Okay, I found it. Spellcasters University. is the game I was thinking of. So it's like a deck game, and you build up a little spellcaster university, and yeah. So and it's a really really cute game. Like I said, I haven't played it for a long time, but I got this because it kind of reminded me. It gave me the same vibes with this whole dollhouse effect, where you have these little rooms and you have these spellcasters, and they move through it. Because like I'm a fantasy nerd, I love that shit. And so this is actually developed, I think, by okay. Yeah, so the publisher is Clay Publishing. So they also did Oxygen Not Included and Don't Starve. So it's giving you sort of like Oni vibes. I didn't really get into like Don't Starve, but I have played probably like nearly 1,000 hours of Oxygen Not Included, if not more. So if it's giving you that sort of vibes, like it totally is. It is very Oxygen Not Included in a different way. And it also kind of reminds me a little bit. It's like I guess in that it scratches that same itch as like RimWorld, and that sort of thing. Like you have these specialized pawns that do sort of things. I guess it's closer to Oni than it is to RimWorld, but it's kind of like a mashup of all those games that sort of like give me this. They just scratch some primordial itch in my lizard brain that I just love. It's like catnip for me. It's just like, oh my god, I gotta have it. And I got like obsessed with this game when it first came out. Like I was like, I just yeah, it consumed my entire life for like 5 days when it came out. Um, yeah, so when I've been like, and then I was like, oh my god, the 1.0 release is coming out. Like, I really want to play that. I really hope I'm not super burnt out when it came. And yeah, it's here, and it's honestly, it looks like they've made some really great improvements to that. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. Anyway, back on track. Sorry about that tangent. Let's go ahead and put a little gruel pot down here so we can start cooking some food. Now I am also going to set up a couple of little storage chests here. That will help with traffic so that my cooks don't have to travel as far to get their ingredients, and also they don't have to travel far to store the things that they cook. So what's your problem? Why are you upset? What's your deal? It's mealtime and Blythe has no food. Okay, so you remember I was talking about how certain people only eat certain things, they have very specific diets. Let's see. Okay, Blythe cannot eat anything that we have here. Blythe can eat gut berries, actually. We don't have any gut berries left. We've eaten all of the gut berries. I'm gonna have to plant some more gut berry planters. I'm going through gut berries like there is a premium on them. Okay. Alright, like it's COVID and the gut berries are toilet paper. Okay, there we go. Got some more gut berries coming up. Okay. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Harriet. Alright, so now I'm going to set up the storage parameters of this. I'm going to clear all. I'm going to allow no animal parts. What I am going to do is I am going to allow meal ingredients. So we're going to do bitter rice. The other stuff is fine as well. That's fine. And we're going to allow honey drops and where are gut berries? I'm looking for them. They're not here. Gutberry. There we go. Gutberry. It's in meals. Okay, that makes sense. And put gut berries in there. I'm also going to make it a slightly higher priority, so they'll prefer to store these things in here rather than in the chest downstairs. So that'll keep their ingredients quite close by. Okay. I've actually made that a higher priority, so people will do that. So I'm actually going to turn these into a lower priority, so that will stop screwing with everybody's tasks. Okay. So it's a scullery now, which we love. A scullery means they cook 25% faster. Okay, so we're going to add some meal orders. Now, because we have quite a bit of bitter rice, I'm going to infinitely do that because we have so much bitter rice we don't have to worry about it. Gutberry soup I'm going to do until we have 20, and then unpause at 10. So everybody can eat gutberry soup as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to store the meals in this chest here. That's my plan. I'm sticking to it. Okay, we're going to have to push that fog back soon because it's going to get to my sun shadow tree planter and it's going to destroy my sun shadow tree planter. Lovely. Excellent. We have people cooking. Love that. Okay, that's not quite done. Thought it was. Okay, so we're going to clear all and we're just going to do meals except for gutberry because we don't want gutberries. Okay. Now, we don't have honeyed stir fry or rock caramel or bouncing bread, so we're just going to remove that from there, so it's all good. There we go. Now, Blythe has some food. Blythe can eat some food. They aren't going to starve. That's amazing. Love that. Okay. Alrighty. So we're going to do another expedition, I think, tomorrow, further into the ruins. We're going to go down the stone ruins. And I'm also going to build up a new crafting room. Now we are going to need somebody to clean up these splatters now. Now we do have that quilting, so I'm going to have to build up a new crafting room ASAP. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm actually going to put a floor here. And then we're going to build the spiral staircase up to the top here, just to get that over and done with. We're going to build our crafting room just up here. Okay. Now we are going to start needing some ectoplasm as well. So let's get that organised. Okay, let's get those all set up to 30. Pause at 16 because we're going to need more of those as we move through. Same with the ectoplasm. There we go. Alright, so there we go. We've got a few bits and pieces there. So we've got some more food and everything, which is great. Now we've got quite a lot of our students that have hit they're fully trained, which means they aren't going to be able to learn anything. So you can see Alan's feeling purposeless. As soon as Alan has reached... Oh, Alan is getting pretty close to getting rest learning silver as well, actually. So as soon as Alan has reached their milestones, we're going to say goodbye to Alan. So don't get too attached to Alan. Alan is going bye-bye. I don't know how I feel about Blythe yet. We're going to see how that goes. And I think we're going to keep Clara and say goodbye to Demetria, just because Demetria has terrible power, and we don't really need that. It's fine. It's okay. 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 Everybody is all lined up and wanting to be taught. Excellent. Thank you, Edmund, for teaching our students for about 5 seconds. Okay. Why is nobody teaching? Estelle's supposed to be teaching. Okay, I don't really want Archibald to teach. Alright, we'll set Edmund up to teach for a little bit. Just so Edmund will do that first thing while that's going on. Right? Okay. No. Okay. Alright. Go Harriet, I guess. Okay, a storm is raging. This is why we needed the lightning rods. But we don't have lightning rods, so some of our walls are going to take some damage. Also, my torches are going to take some damage here too. That's okay. That's the price we pay for starting a project and not finishing it. Story of my life. Okay. Okay, I am going to push back that fog, by the way. Okay, maybe I'm not, because I don't have any gut berries. Guys, we've run into a serious problem. We don't have any gut berries. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna put a stop on the gut berry stew. I've made a tactical error. I want to be very clear. When I said I'm not good at this game, I seriously meant that. I am not very good at this game. Also, I will mention that it is actually much harder to play when you're filming. So there's that as well. Okay. Ah! An ooze! Oh no. Alright. Well, we're gonna hunt this ooze. Okay, and then we're gonna finish it off with some exploring underground, which we're gonna do now. I'm gonna keep moving down the stone ruins. Okay, so what's going on here? Oh, mages with lightning wands are hasted. Okay. What's going on with Clara? Why is... Oh, that's just a... Is that like an environmental effect? Yeah, it's a shadow cloak. Excellent. Okay, so Harriet... Okay. Eleni wants to be here and do this, which is fine. We'll let Eleni do that. Okay, so we're going to bring Estelle in because Estelle's fast. And we'll have Harriet and Clara be here. So switch Clara and Estelle. Okay, and let's get this done. And then we're going to wrap this up because this episode is getting quite long already. Okay, so we're going to bolt the Strigoi. Bolt. Good job. Eesh. Smash. Lovely. Love to see it. Good smash. Excellent smash. Just do that. There we go. That's going to do some damage over time, by the way, as well. Okay, there we go. And done. We got another achievement there from Steam. Okay. Excellent. Alright, so with that, I think we're going to call it here. Going to address my tactical errors in the next episode, which I might start recording immediately because, as I said, I'm obsessed with this game and it is consuming my very life. But save that for another time. We'll save that for next episode. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again in the next one.